Welcome back to Off the Monster. My name is Derek. I'm here with Mr. Brown and Jeremy, and we got a special guest with us. Jason is back again. Um, you might get sick of seeing us, Jason. How many times have you seen us in the last?
This is the third time in a row I'm seeing you, Derek.
Yes,
So,
3 days in a row.
yeah. Podcast on what's today? Friday? I'm losing track of days.
It's Friday.
Podcast on Wednesday, live show last night, and then tonight, third time's the charm. So
I think I'm just going to come right out and say it. Jason, you are a member of the Off the Monster crew, whether you like it or not. So you're just included now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Basically are, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we did with our sponsor, 37 Ronin. They're our sponsor. Whether they like it or not, that's our sponsor. Go and check out the stuff.
And so is Writer's Tears Whiskey.
Yes.
So is
write about the Red
what we
Sox.
So
Do
is
it while
Dave
drinking
O'Brien.
Writer's Tears Whiskey.
so is Taco Bell, but it's only the chicken quesadillas, okay?
Yes.
And
yes.
Dave O'Brien. Yeah.
And pizza
And
rolls.
Dave O'Brien.
Don't forget about pizza rolls.
Oh, yep, that too.
Pizza rolls too.
What happened that night that you for sure had a huge, massive bag of pizza rolls?
Oh God.
What was going on that night? It felt like
Was it the Super Bowl? I think it was the Super Bowl.
I think it was.
It was the Super Bowl. You're right.
I think we set the over under at like 100 pizza rolls until you're full, something like that.
Yeah, I had about 50.
I probably had about 100.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I ate them like throughout the day. Like I started at like lunchtime. So
that's the problem with those. Like if you have that many, you can go the whole day just eating those.
Can I put a little PSA out there for our listeners? This is what you can expect for the rest of the season, especially after the implosion that is called the SS Submarine Red Sox.
Yes.
They went down like a submarine looking for that Titanic and imploded last night.
Shout out to Tyler Milliken, the Titanic.
Titanic.
One of our many guests that we've had on the show.
It was a gigantic Titanic episode. But I do want to thank Jason. There you go, baby.
Pizza rolls.
We had a great time last night doing a live being part of your live podcast during a Red Sox game. And whether the Red Sox get better or not, that's something we need to do somewhere between the season. I think we talked about maybe doing the All-Star game or maybe trade deadline, make it a mixed podcast episode.
Yeah, so I think the trade deadline would be cool because it's like, who are we getting? Oh,
you should know. Oh, my trade deadline day plans are wacky. I'm live streaming all day for the trade deadline. For Bleacher Balls.
There you go.
Yeah,
you should.
I would love to have a Yankees fan on during the trade deadline with us.
You know what? I could see about trade deadline, but the next Yankee series, I'm gonna do a space. I've got a Yankee fan who's gonna join us.
I know too many Yankees guys, arguably.
Right, you know who it is. I'm just not gonna say it right now because we're not doing that yet. So
okay,
Derek, you should scratch out of your Bleacher Brawls live show to come to our live show because you have abdominal soreness.
Fucking no.
Oops, poop my pants.
or we as members of Off the Monster, we think that you should be benched for lack of hustle for Bleacher Brawls, and then you can join us.
Lack of bench. No, I didn't get benched. I got bleachered. Put on the bleachers. No,
that's all.
Although,
never mind.
Although I'm a very good multitasker. I may be able to do 2 shows. Imagine if I did.
We should try it, man. We should try that.
That'd be wild. The trade. Also, we talk about trade deadline. Like it's so wacky. I know we wanted to start out with the Bruins, but I do have to say this with the trade deadline. The MLB trade deadline is like the most annoying thing because either all the trades happen the day before, or the trade deadline's like 4 p.m. and then you don't hear any of the big trades until like 6 p.m. because they got to go through with the paperwork and whatever. Because they have to hand in the paperwork before like 4 p.m., for example, but you might not hear about it until like 6.
Right. Or the weird years where nothing happens. It's like,
Yeah.
Or it could be
Well,
like
like the
NHL
years where it
this year.
happens like the day before or a few days before or whatever, and nothing happens on deadline day because all the stuff's already happened in the
right.
previous days.
I
Yeah.
mean, Bruins deadline was they were trading guys a week or two before the deadline. They got Hathaway and Bertuzzi weeks before the trade deadline.
Orlov, yeah.
It wasn't that day. It was like I think it might have all been the same day or within a 24-hour period because it was just like, holy crap, what did Don Sweeney just do? And at the time, you're like, oh, we're winning the Stanley Cup. Little did we know.
Yeah, literally, we know that we didn't want to face the Florida Panthers. Although I kind of called it and said I don't want to face them in the first round.
Little did we
But,
know that Boston cannot play Florida teams.
No, they
well,
can't.
I'll make this argument though. They were up 3-1 in the series. I'm not blaming him at all, but this should have came from someone higher up in the organization, or Jim Montgomery, or even Sweeney or someone saying, "Hey, why is Bergeron playing when he's this severely injured? Like, it's just not going to go well, right?" Like, I understand he's the captain. You want to have your captain, especially if it might be his last year, but at the same time, like, how much, like, you're gonna put him and play him first line ice time, like, I don't know if I like that, right?
Do what's
Like,
best
they
for the
literally
team,
they gave him like, there's a difference if you're gonna just like cut his ice time, but they were still playing him like 20 minutes a game, and I think that's what makes it like even worse for that Bruins team. But let's not talk about the Florida series because we don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about what the Bruins' plans are for this offseason. Because they traded Taylor Hall, right? And they're seemingly getting close to an extension with Bertuzzi. They seemingly have the AAV settled. They just are in a disagreement on the amount of years. The rumor is that Bertuzzi wants 5 years. The Bruins want 4 years. Don't want to go past 4 years. Anyone got thoughts on that? Anyone want to go on it?
I mean, I'm good with. I think 5 years is a deal. If you're lining him up with Pasternak every night, I don't know who your center is going to be on that line, but
Zaka, probably.
I guess. I mean, he played well, but he disappears a lot too. Yeah, there's still a lot of holes to be had on this team. I know Lucic. The rumor is that he's coming back on the fourth line, and you bring Hathaway. That's a solid fourth line. Then you need a center there too. Then you could
That's
pick up
my
a cheap.
shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, and you could pick up a cheap center, but I feel like there's a guy out there to be had. I don't know if he's going to be cheap, but God, is now the time to bring back Phil Kessel?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I mean,
Wow.
I don't know about that.
we're bringing back Lucic. Let's just bring the
Right.
whole family back at this point, right?
I don't know about that one.
I mean, everywhere Phil Kessel goes, he wins Stanley Cups for the most
Not
part.
true. He didn't
Except
win
when
one
he
in
was
Not in
Toronto.
Arizona. But
Not
you
in
can't say
Toronto.
Arizona wasn't better. You can't say Toronto wasn't better when he was there.
Right.
So to be
And those
fair,
are two teams that'll never win it
Toronto gave up
anyways.
what, Tyler Seguin and the Tyler Seguin draft pick to get him.
Yes.
Did they also give up? Was it also the Dougie Hamilton draft pick too?
Dougie Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah, they gave up Dougie Hamilton and Tyler Seguin to get Phil
And
Kessel.
years back, they traded for Andrew Raycroft. And do you know who the prospect?
Yeah,
the Bruins ended
Tuukka
up drafting?
Rask. Yeah, the Maple
Yes.
Leafs should just not trade with the Bruins, and the Bruins should be trying to make every trade they make with the Maple Leafs.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man.
What
I
if-
gotta be honest. I don't know what to expect out of the offseason with the Bruins. One, I really don't know who's out there because I don't follow a lot of teams other than the Bruins. All I can say though is it looks like they have definitely focused on defense or defensemen with the moves that they made so far, and that to me is a positive sign because that was a weakness.
Yeah, I mean,
There's-
I wouldn't say it was the biggest weakness on the team. I would say that their lines just fell apart with injuries that just killed them down the line. They had the defense, their injuries just
Right.
piled up. And mind you, I'm not a big fan of the defense that they have out there now. Forbort is not. He coughs up the puck too much. I know a lot of fans. There's a lot of fans of Gretzlick because he's a Krug type player. But once again, the guy gets pushed off the puck so easily. I'm not really sure about the two kids that they picked up from Chicago, but I hear good things. We live in the Chicagoland area, so I've heard good things about them. And and they're still young too. So
And they'll
their
be cheap.
defensive core is extremely young and fast.
And that's a good thing.
But they need centers. I mean, is
Right.
Lizell going to be your third line center this year?
He's not center though. He's gonna play wing. He's a winger.
I'm thinking of Beecher. Beecher's your center. So Beecher's your fourth. There's your fourth line center is Beecher.
Is he? I don't feel like the Bruins make that and put him on the fourth line though. That doesn't feel like a Bruins thing to do. Like they hate
He's a
young
Lucic,
players.
but he would fit perfect with Lucic because he's a Lucic style player.
No, I'm
And
not saying he
Lucic
wouldn't fit,
can-
but what I'm saying is like
can mentor.
I don't know if the Bruins would do that. That's what I'm saying.
If
Just
he doesn't
because
come
it's
up,
the Bruins.
I mean, his body is ready for the NHL.
Could have Trent
Lizell-
Frederick center that line.
Lizell is still not ready for the NHL. Yeah, but that would be kind of a hit to Frederick because he spent most of his last season on the third line, I think.
With Coyle. I think you need to
Yeah.
keep him and Coyle together though, ideally.
Yeah.
Which means Coyle, but that means Coyle can't be your second line center, which
breaking
means
news.
you
We got
need a
breaking
second line
news.
center.
Breaking news?
All right, wait.
The
Is
Texas
it
Rangers just acquired Aroldis Chapman from the Royals.
What?
Yo!
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. All right. So real quick on that
All right.
one, do the A's play the Rangers in Oakland this year again? There's a reason why I'm asking.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, they would have to.
I think so.
Let me see. I'll look at their schedule.
Because if they do, I want something to happen.
Stats, I know you got something to say on this.
On what, the Chapman deal?
Yeah.
Great
Nothing?
pickup for the Rangers. No, it's a great
Oh,
pickup
yeah.
for the Rangers. Chapman's
Yeah.
been really
Yeah.
good this year.
in the Coliseum,
Yep.
yes, in August.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Oakland, their PA, they do a great job of playing music at the right time for people. So when Aroldis Chapman goes in, I really think it would be appropriate for them to play "Smack My Bitch Up" by Prodigy. I think it would just go with it, right? Seriously.
What about Domingo Herman?
Yes, him too, right?
Maybe that's why he pitched so well.
Maybe. I don't think they played that, but I forget what it was. It was a couple weeks ago. They played something. I can't remember for who though.
Wow.
That's what's pissing me off right now. I drew a blank, but it was the perfect music for it because you're like, yep.
How many
And they
games
gave
was he?
0 fucks.
Did he not get suspended at all?
Who,
For his-
Herman?
Yeah,
For-
Herman? No.
I think
No.
No,
he
Herman got
did.
suspended.
Herman got
He got
No,
suspended.
no.
He got
Herman got suspended for 81 games.
You mean Chapman?
80
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Chapman.
Yeah,
Chapman or Oldham? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't
it's
think
so
it-
long ago. Honestly, I don't really remember.
Right.
You
Right.
said Chapman. I was like, what? I didn't think he was
Aroldis
playing
Chapman.
anymore. I mean, talk about a guy who just fell off the freaking radar.
Yeah, but
Dude,
now
he's
back
been
this
really
year.
good this year. He's throwing like 102.
No.
with the
I'm
Royals.
talking,
103. Yeah.
I'm talking about the reliever, Chapman.
Yeah, Aroldis.
Yeah.
Aroldis
Aroldis
Chapman.
Chapman.
The one who was with the
Oh,
Yankees.
you're thinking about Matt Chapman.
No, I was thinking of Aroldis Chapman. I didn't realize he was
Yeah.
with the Royals.
Yeah,
he was
he's
with
been
the Royals.
really
he's
good
been-
this year.
Yeah.
He has. He's 102. I think one time he touched, or a couple times he's touched 104.
Yeah.
think.
He's at like a
So,
He's at like a 250 ERA this year.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's been
I know.
nasty.
Okay, so I wasn't losing my mind. When you said it, I'm like, when you said it, I just didn't realize he was playing in Kansas City, and I never heard when he got picked up. It was so
this
below
off
the
season.
and Kansas
It
City
was in like
is,
March.
I mean, Kansas City was so below the radar.
Well, it was because of how bad he was last year, and then he went to the Royals, so everybody's like, okay, that's where he's going to go to die. So,
Yeah.
no, he actually has revived himself. So,
Wow.
I just, keep the women away.
Yeah. The women and children away.
Yes.
Freaking Trailblazers gave Jeremiah Grant 5 years, 160 million. Jeez.
Good for him. No clue who he is, but good for him.
Yeah. I don't know how the NBA stays afloat, other than ESPN threw way too much money into it.
Hold on. News. Getting more breaking
What?
news. Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics have agreed to a 2-year, $60 million extension.
Oh, I've
On
heard
top
of him,
of the
so
1
that
year
should be
left.
good.
On
I
top
just
of the
saw
1
that.
year left,
Wow.
he already has.
That's
Yeah.
good. I've
Pingus
heard of
staying in Boston.
it. Nice.
This is the breaking news part. Let's go.
It is. Come to
Oh,
us.
there's
for
more breaking news. Derek White
Holy-
finally
Holy
shaved his head.
Jesus. Jeremy Grant got $160 million from the Trailblazers on a
I just
5-year
said
deal.
that.
Jeez Louise,
Yeah.
what the hell? No, I
He
know, but
literally-
like I didn't even
He just
realize
broke
that. No, I know. I didn't realize. I didn't comprehend it though.
That's fine.
Like
That's
I
fine.
didn't
That's fine.
comprehend it. What the heck? Yeah, this is wild.
Um,
This is just the breaking news podcast, and it's amazing.
I agree.
Um,
To Jeff's question, though, how does the NBA stay afloat? I totally agree with that question. How? Like, the amount of money that they give guys who are mediocre is just insane.
Because they make not much money, I guess. The league
How?
makes enough money. I have probably through all their different like TV deals and ad and
Sports
like
betting.
and
referees
well,
betting.
not even that, but like also like their all their different sponsorships that they have.
Yeah.
The NBA has like
Yeah,
a
well.
gazillion different sponsorships, and then also too like they have TV deals with ESPN and ABC, TNT, Turner Sports, and then like all the
Yeah.
local
All
TV
that.
deals too.
Yeah.
Like it adds up, and then
Yeah.
also like I said, those sponsorships add up. Like this, like the jersey sponsorship with Nike, all the teams
Yeah.
getting the ad or jersey advertisement patch that however that much is, and then like all the sponsorships on TV and local sponsorships, national sponsorships, all that kind of stuff. It adds up.
Yeah. It adds up. And yeah. So my thoughts on the NBA are I'm too much of a conspiracy theorist to follow the NBA. So that's me.
No, the NBA is it's just wild. Like it feels a little bit like the Wild West right now because it's like play good if you're a good player and your team isn't good, you can just be like, yeah, trade me. And they trade you to a
Right.
team that is already really good. And then if you fail there, you go, trade me. And then they trade you to another team that's good. And then if you fail there, trade me. James Harden, he's with Houston. It doesn't work
Yeah.
out. Trade me. Goes to Brooklyn. Doesn't work out. Trade me. Goes to Philadelphia. Doesn't work out. Trade me. Now the 76ers are going to trade him.
And that's what what's his face? Durant does, right?
But
Same
except
thing,
he
like,
would
trade me.
Well, he was
Yep.
free agent deals. It wasn't trade. The recent one was a trade, but the recent one made sense from both the team perspective too. But like
Right.
because they
Where's-
traded away Harden and Kyrie the year before, and they traded away Kyrie Irving, so it made sense. But yeah, it's wild. Like the NBA, it's literally the amount of player movement there is in the NBA. Like, it's stupid. It's legitimately stupid.
So Dave O'Brien.
Hmm.
So Dave O'Brien. So
I just have to.
I-
It's complete silent. I'm sorry.
do we want to start diving into the Red Sox?
Ugh.
I've been drinking. I'm already kind of angry. It could be a lot of fun. Possibly.
Let me go grab my Xanax.
Hold on. I have even
Oh,
better
boy.
stuff. Last
boy.
night, Yoshinobu Yamamoto
I
in
just saw
Japan.
Yeah.
8 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Had a shutout through 7 2/3, but the ump screwed him on a strike 3 call with 2 outs in the 7th, and 2 outs in the 8th, and then he gave up an RBI double.
Did they still win?
I think they did, yeah.
Sounds a lot
Okay.
like Bayo.
Yeah.
Except-
And
It's
if
freaking
he was in
nasty.
Boston, he would have lost.
Yep.
Dude, okay, I do want to say this though. Like we do start looking at the Red Sox team though for like this year. Like we know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to float and like try and at least be somewhat competitive because it's Boston. You can't just throw in the towel and try and lose as much and just tank. It doesn't work in Boston. So like they're signing these 1-year deals or 1-year deals with a team option or whatever to try and put a semi-decent product on the field, but at the same time, like, it arguably hurts their rebuild, the rebuild of the farm system, because the better you play, the worse draft pick you get.
Right. Well, it's almost like they put themselves in this hell. But I mean, all right, here's how I feel right now, right? And stats, you remember me from last year, right? How I feel about this team right now is pretty much how I felt like all of last year. Like they finally got to me. Last year, it took until about mid-May before I was like, okay, this sucks. Like, this is not a team that I feel great about. And now I'm at that point. Like, it took this long for me to get there, which I don't know if that's kudos to them or if I should just, kick them in the nuts and say, thanks for breaking my heart. But I don't even know what to expect from this team the rest of the season. I really don't. Like, the All-Star break, or not the All-Star break, the trade deadline, like, whatever it is that we do, I got to be honest. If it's anything that resembles last year, Chaim Bloom needs to be walked out the door immediately. Like, he cannot have a trade deadline go like last year did. If he did, he's done.
I think last year was more so made the deadline worse, more so by the moves he didn't make. The moves he made all panned out well. It's the moves he didn't make that kind of came back to bite him, right? And I told Jason this Wednesday night, and I'm like, it's not even the fact that they kept Bogarts in Evaldi that shot them in the foot. Because worst case scenario, if you get under the luxury tax and you put the qualifying offer, you're getting a very good comp pick for them at the very least, right? So
Right.
at least it's a lot better than getting, picks after the 4th round. And you get picks, I think, after the 2nd round, I think it would have been.
Right.
So it's a heck of a lot better, right? Your picks those two picks would have been about 70 picks earlier. You would have had a lot more pool money for the draft. But because you don't trade JD Martinez, you stay over the luxury tax. They could have traded JD Martinez and still brought in Tommy Pham, and they would have been under the luxury tax. Right. And like that's what shot them in the foot last year. It's them staying over the luxury tax. You look at the moves they made. I mean, getting a human for Jake Diekman is one thing.
True.
Like, getting someone who can actually at least be a half okay backup catcher at the very least. Like, you take it. And then you also got a relief prospect, right? Like, you take that, right? Even the Tommy Pham trade, it's like you traded a player to be named later who was like just who was a low A guy, not like a low ranked low A guy. It's whatever. And we see what Pham's doing this year with the Mets, right? So I'd assume that the Red Sox saw something in Pham. They went, you know what, let's bring him in. It didn't work on Boston, but like I said, look what he's doing in New York this year. There's clearly something there.
Right, it didn't. But I think you're right. It's the moves that he didn't make that was frustrating.
Yeah,
that's totally
exactly
the point. And that's where I'm looking at this year. Like, there's going to be moves to make, whether it be punt on this year and for next year, do some moves, or if you think you're in it and you want to try to give it a run, make some moves. But either way, you got to do something that makes sense. And to your point, like, okay, they want to reset, get under the luxury tax, right? Stay there. Don't do something stupid and trade for somebody who's going to cost you that, right? That's where I'm like, what the hell is he going to do? Like, if he sells, go ahead and sell. But I want to see, like, Major League ready for next year to fill holes. Not, we're going to get a bunch more prospects for 2028. Like, no. And
we have enough prospects. We have enough prospects. We don't need more prospects.
Right, I think there's a difference between getting prospects in low A than. The thing is, though, like, you can always trade prospects. You can always trade prospects too. But I think the thing is with prospects, there's a difference between getting guys in low A and getting guys in like double A who are ready for triple A, or guys in triple A already. Like that, there is a big difference, right? It's like, that's the thing. Like, don't go out and trade James Paxton for 2 guys who are in low A. But like, if you're gonna give me an arm who's maybe in double A but ready to go up to triple A, or an arm in triple A plus another prospect who's in like double A or triple A, like, I'll take that, right? Like, I'll take it, right? Like,
the
because at least they're
Nationals,
closer to the leagues. Sox.
The Nationals are going to be great in a couple of years because they got high level prospects.
Literally
Obviously,
the one
but
Soto trade.
we don't have a Soto. But do we have
Right,
enough
we don't.
players
The
to
Nat-
make up a Soto? I think we do have enough solid prospects to put a bundle deal together to make up a Soto type player. So a Soto is a 10, put a couple 5 and 5s together. I mean, it's common math. But the fact remains, Jeremy said it right. You can't put 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the pool. You got to dive all in. And this team is no better than, actually, I think they're a lot better than they were last year because the prospects they have in place. This time last year, it was just, it was a lost team. There was more, I would say the lineup actually was more consistent, believe it or not, because JD Martinez was in there every day. Bogarts was in there every day.
He just
Devers
couldn't
was
hit.
in there every day. They just weren't hitting.
Well,
But the
Martinez
lineup,
was consistently throwing out his back last year.
right? But
Facts,
the lineup, I'm
facts,
saying the
yes.
lineup was more consistent. They were just consistently bad, and they didn't have any consistent pitching. I mean, we think the pitching's got issues this year. The pitching was awful last year.
Oh God, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
signs of the pitching this year. I think that's
And mind
the
you,
thing.
Sale was nowhere to be seen last year at all. There was no chance of him being there. Evaldi was there. I almost said Porcello. Pavetta. But this
Dude,
year
they were starting
there's
Connor Siebold in games.
Yeah. Connor
Yeah.
Siebold.
well, as we saw a few weeks ago, the kid is an ace, man.
No.
He's just
No, his next start,
outstanding.
he got the
Only
absolute living
against the
crap
Red
beat
Sox.
out of him. Only against the Red
I'm
Sox.
joking.
Connor
joking.
Siebold
No, I
is
know.
a Red Sox killer in more ways than one.
I'm adding him to my
Yeah.
Red Sox killer list.
Yes, yes.
Oh
Well,
my
everybody
God. I
that comes back.
Because he killed us when he played for us, and then when he played for the Rockies, he killed us.
I'm just
So-
happy Miami doesn't come back again because Barnes would be up here just throwing wiffle balls at us. Like guys would be swinging from their back feet, missing
No,
left
and
and
okay.
they'd
right.
still be missing.
You know what? I'm so happy Matt Barnes had to miss the trip to Boston. It's just a little bit of like an FU. Like you're
Yeah,
so
'cause he
bad
would've
you
been-
couldn't even
He would have been
make it to June.
intolerable to listen to
Oh,
after
God,
getting
yeah.
our ass kicked. And did we
Yeah.
get our ass kicked? Maybe not. One game we did.
Right.
Last night, I would have rather we have lost 20-0.
No.
I hate those type of games. You knew after the 6th inning, and they were putting up no runs, that Bale was not going to be in there for that no hitter. You knew in the ball. I mean, if at least Jeremy, did you really believe Bale was going to get that no hitter and the Red Sox were going to win that game?
Honestly, I was thinking Bayo was probably going to get close to that no hitter in the 9th, but we'd probably be looking at 10 innings, and there's no way Cora was going to let him go, and we'd still
Right.
lose.
I didn't
got
think
the
he was going to
Pedro
allow him to go
treatment.
9 innings.
He was gonna
Right.
get
I-
the Pedro treatment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be one of those games where Bale goes 9 innings, no hitter, and then it's like, oh, nope, 0-0 because the Red Sox only have like 2 hits.
Yeah. Then
Right.
Miami comes out in the 10th, but
And then they bring out like, I don't know, Pavetta or not Pavetta. Pavetta's actually been decent out of the pen. They bring out someone from the pen. And he just gets
Joe
absolutely like
Jakes.
just
No.
Okay.
Brennan
no.
Brennan Bernardino,
Bernardino, our savior.
our Lord and Savior. Yeah. I have a meme on my phone about him.
is there a reason? Was it De La Cruz? Who was it last night? The Chisholm or
Shit.
that hit the home run?
Chisholm.
Chisholm,
Chisholm,
yeah.
yeah.
What's his reason for hating the Red Sox? Because he looked like he had a chip on his shoulder the entire series.
Probably because he just got back from injury.
But the
Could
way
be.
he gloated around the bases when he
He
hit that
doesn't
home
know. He
run.
does that every single time.
Yeah, that's this thing.
He does that every single
Yeah.
time. That's his thing. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, his
He's
name
got
is
the
Jazz,
Euros.
so,
He's got the
Huh?
Euro step and he's got the like he's
yeah.
that's his thing.
Yeah. My second beer needs to start now. So, because the game's about to start.
Oh yeah.
Although if your name is Jazz and you hit moon balls, I mean, I would be doing that too.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. So let's talk about this, right? What do we expect out of the Toronto series? Last time we swept them. What do we get this time?
No, we're not.
I'll say this: Toronto is god awful against the AL East this year. There is that.
but it's
Maybe
in
we win one-
Toronto.
And we
I'll
haven't lost
give-
against Toronto this year.
I'll give one
Right.
win for the Red Sox in Toronto.
I need to see who's pitching these games before I say anything.
Paxton
Tonight's
is tonight.
Barrios. Tomorrow's
Yeah,
Kikuchi
Barrios.
and Gosman Sunday. That's all I know.
Oh, fudge nuggets, not Gosman.
Saturday's Nutter, who almost has an ERA below 4. And then
He's probably your
Whitlock.
best bet.
The Nutter
Probably.
Butter Cutter.
Yes.
Yes. The
Well,
Nutter.
And Paxton, Crawford, Whitlock.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Duran's lead off and Verdugo's
Yeah.
second.
They have 5 straight lefties tonight.
Dude, Kikuchi's pitching game 2. That's the game they win.
No. They got to win. I think
Kikuchi, hasn't
tonight.
Kikuchi been good? Yeah, Kikuchi's actually been half decent.
He's
this
been
year.
good, but I think Barrios has been mid, right?
He's been a lot better this year than he was last year. He was awful last year.
I would agree. I think tonight's game is the game you can get. The other two,
You know what? Shocker. Yoshida destroys Gosman again, and the Red Sox win on Sunday.
that'd be great. Or Verdugo.
Remember last time they beat the crap out of Gosman, and Yoshida was
Oh, yeah.
3 for 3 against him.
Yep.
Couldn't get into that splitter by Yoshida.
God.
Dude, why did
So,
ESPN
split
just
into the
lay
gap.
over? Why did ESPN lay over so many of their guys?
Because they have that
Because
huge contract with the NBA and they can't
Yeah.
afford all these people. And they're
Yeah.
Also,
hemorrhaging money.
June Lee just got laid over.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, Kendrick Perkins should have got
What's the
laid
difference
off.
between laid over and laid off? Is it
Laid
a body
off?
position?
Just said
Oh.
my time is over.
Yeah. Laid off, I think, is the correct term.
Yeah.
Yes.
Layover is you're stuck in the airport and you want to kill yourself.
That's what I thought. I didn't know if
I
it
meant
was
laid
like
off. I'm sorry.
a new
Yeah.
Gen Z term or something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for the people.
That's all
in
right,
Newark
Mom
now.
and Dad. I just got laid over. I didn't get
Right.
laid off.
Yeah, got laid over.
That's so embarrassing.
Laid right
Cat-
over the
yeah.
laid right over
So-
the desk. I took my
If my
punishment.
dad saw
but
it, he'd
I got a
shame me
lollipop.
forever.
The thing
Jason,
is, to be fair,
here-
Jeff Van Gundy deserved to be laid off. He was so annoying at times.
He did. Jason, I will say this, okay? All that needs to happen for you to never make that mistake again is fly to Newark and have a layover there for 3 hours.
Or Detroit.
You will never confuse that term. Yes, or Detroit. 2 hours in Detroit, 3 hours in Newark. Either way, you'd probably want to crawl in a hole and just die for being there that long because they're awful and miserable. And you'll walk away going, "That's what a layover is."
Okay.
So are the Celtics,
Oh shit!
are
Kyrie
the Celtics
Irving.
going to sign anybody
Kyrie
tonight?
Irving has just signed a 3-year, $126 million contract to return to the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, okay.
If you said Celtics, I don't even follow the Celtics. I would have thrown up.
I would have too.
Dude, the people on EEI said Kyrie should come back as a Celtic.
EEI
No
is
chance.
And
EEI
they're
is
sniffing glue.
a
Okay,
cesspool of
Every
writers.
single radio station in Boston is just awful right now. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, Felger and Maz say some of the most outrageous things I've ever heard too.
Well, it's just clickbait, right?
And it's heartbreaking because years ago it was very good. I enjoyed listening to it.
I did too.
Yeah, now.
But
it
I also
just
used to enjoy listening to ESPN. I
Yeah.
stopped listening, and it probably wasn't related to the whole political correctness thing. But when Mike and Mike in the morning,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
yeah. It
They,
was fun.
because I was still young and I would watch ESPN Sports Center, but then they got into news and they thought they were CNN. And when
Right.
the whole Penn State thing happened, I'm like,
Right.
I don't give a shit what your opinion is. Can you tell me who won the friggin' baseball game tonight?
Right.
You
When,
know,
when
I
they
don't-
were on radio, that was peak. When they weren't on the TV, when they were just on radio, that
Yeah.
was peak. It was great. You had them, you had Dan Patrick, and then I forget who was after him, but that was a great lineup. I loved listening to that.
Keith
And even
Olbermann.
Scott Van Pelt when he was on.
Well, also the thing is, the ESPN now they're gonna become very reliant on their big guys. For example, look at their weekday shows. You have Sports Center obviously in the morning up until 8. Then at 8 you have Get Up with Mike Greenberg. That's your big guy on Get Up. Boom. You have Greeny. Then at 10, that's from 8 to 10. At 10 you're gonna have First Take. That's Stephen A. Smith. he's
And
your
he
big
is
pull
the
on that
fucking
show.
worst person walking the earth. I mean,
He is awful.
His voice makes me want to just
To be
stick
fair,
friggin' needles in my ears.
no. I love. You know why I love it? You know why I love Stephen A. Smith? Because no one wants to be in the room when I have it on, so I get alone time.
Oh, there you go.
I get some
There's a
alone time. There's a benefit of that. No, but
Who's-
he's and then they're gonna bring in for the football season, once the football season starts, they're bringing in Pat McAfee. His show's gonna go up on the 12
Oh,
o'clock spot, and that's
yeah.
gonna be 3 hours, if
Another
not.
person you don't never want to listen to for more than 5 seconds.
I like McAfee.
So hell
He
for
feels
me,
just like a crazy person, which I kind of
hell
like.
for
I'm
me
not gonna
would
lie.
be having to listen 24/7 Stephen A. Smith and High Heat with Christopher Russo.
Oh god, dude, they have Russo on First Take with Stephen A. Smith that once a week. Oh, it is
my
the
God.
worst TV ever.
It's like
Oh,
who can yell louder? It's a competition.
Oh my god. Dude,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Russo was trying to tell Stephen A. Smith at some point, that Bob Cousy's better than all these NBA players that Stephen A. Smith is talking
Clemens, I tell you what, I'm done.
I'm just
However,
dude, it's
Embarrassment.
dude, I can't listen. Dude, they have had Russo less and less on High Heat though, which I like. Get him off the show. He is the worst thing on MLB Network. MLB Network have brought in some really good shows and some good crews, especially as of late. They've had a lot of good crews recently, good shows. But every time I see High Heat on, I'm like, changing the channel.
Well, I was surprised when Jalen Rose survived the whole drunken driving thing. I was like, okay, they won't fire him. He's incompetent and probably can't read or write. I'm pretty sure of that, but he seemed like a nice enough guy. I'm
He
sure
went to
he's
the
got
University of Michigan.
great
He might be able to
personality.
write a little bit.
He went to Michigan. Come on.
That's why I said a little bit. I didn't say a lot.
Yeah.
I will be, but like I said, ESPN,
He
they're
can
banking
spell
on the
cat.
they're banking on the
And they're talking
big
about the candy cat
personality.
too. So he'll spell it KAT, not CAT.
Oh god, they're banking on, but ESPN, they're banking on the big TV stars, and also too at night.
All right,
Scott
stand
Van
up,
Pelt.
Jason. I can only see your nose, man. There you go.
It's like Scott Van Pelt. They're going on, but not
That's what it looked like. It looked like you were going into a version of Scott Van Pelt. Oh no, the guy who does the breaking NHL news. What's his name?
Oh.
He does the exact same thing.
I don't know.
He was
Dave O'Brien.
No. He was a goalie. He's one of their best
Darren Payne?
analysts. No, he's a black man.
Kevin Weeks.
Kevin Weeksy. He does that exact same thing now, where his face is half hidden.
Yes, on Twitter. Yes.
Yeah, like that. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how it started, but it's friggin' awesome.
It's like this. He's like this. He's either like this or he's like this, and you can barely even see.
And I love the fact that he's still on the NHL network, but I wish he did some broadcasts. I think the hockey world misses out.
The ESPN pregame show and postgame show. Actually, they didn't even do pre and postgame shows for the playoffs. ESPN. That's how bad they are with their NHL coverage.
Nice Pez dispenser, Jeff.
But the ESPN hockey coverage is horrific. It's so bad. The NHL coverage. It's so bad.
Always has.
TNT has it down perfect. With the mix of guys TNT has, it's perfect. You have Gretzky there, which is super cool, and you have Lundqvist is there now. Henrik Lundqvist. You have Biz, which he's just like the crazy funny guy you just can't get enough of at times. But he also will run you up a wall at the same time.
Yeah,
they have the right mix. Whereas
right.
ESPN, it's just here's Mark Messier, and he has no personality.
Neither does Wayne Gretzky, believe it or not.
Gretzky has the personality when you put him with that crew,
starting to settle in.
At least this year he got better after he dyed his hair oil black.
You know who's a good ESPN announcer? Mike Monaco. He's been really good.
Yes.
Monaco's not bad. Yeah,
He's
I agree
great.
with that
The
one.
Red Sox need to hire Monaco and just. Oh, here's the thing
I
with Dave
remember
O'Brien.
Hey,
Dave O'Brien could be a good radio guy or a good like national baseball broadcaster, but to be like a local guy, he just isn't it.
I
Unfortunately.
agree.
Dude.
He's just not a fit. He's not bad. He just
Because Red
doesn't
Sox
fit.
fans also too,
combination-
we want a homer. We want a guy who's a homer. And
the
he doesn't.
combination of like Dave O'Brien, Kevin Millar, and like Tim Wakefield.
Oh God, that's been awful. Oh,
I
my
don't mean
God,
to
dude,
shit
I
on them,
was-
but like
I will
dude, I
trade
was
you
listening
Jack
to the Marlins
Edwards.
broadcast.
I will trade you Jack
No,
Edwards, Dave O'Brien
No, I need
for
Jack
Kevin
Edwards
Weeks.
because sometimes he makes Bruins games the most amazing mess that I've ever seen.
The guy sounds like
And
he's
I
having a
need it.
stroke while he just
That's what
drank a
makes it
24 pack
amazing.
of 24 pack of Bud Light while he's having a layover with his announcer.
That's what makes it amazing. That's what makes it amazing.
God.
When he's like, when he can't get his words together and he calls Pat Maroon
Fat
Pat
Maroon.
Maroon fat.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
looks like he has too many pizzas the other night.
No, he's definitely I'd say he's the biggest homer since Tom Heinsohn.
It's amazing though. But like the thing is, Heinsohn though wasn't the play-by-play guy if I remember.
But he
correctly.
was color.
Yeah,
guy.
he was a color, right?
Yeah.
He was a color.
But still,
Yeah, but-
he was
but
a
Edwards is
complete
the
homer.
play-by-play guy though. That's what makes it even wilder. He's the play-by-play guy and he's like the biggest homer ever.
I've met Andy Brickley.
Dude, a Bruins guy could whack someone over the head with a stick and he'd be yelling for embellishment on the other team. And the other team
Blasphemy!
just the other team just lays a finger on him and he'll just be yelling, What are we doing?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
guys, I just realized this.
Is your house on fire?
No, Kike Hernandez is not starting as shortstop tonight.
He's not
Oh, yeah,
starting at all.
Yes, does he have abdominal soreness?
I don't
No.
know, but oh my
I'm sure he's
God.
got.
No.
I'm sure he's
No,
got
they're
hickeys
giving
all
him
over
an
him.
off day.
Oh,
They're
he
giving
needs
him
like
an
an
off
off
day.
week. So, well, you know what really sucks though is he's still going to have a negative 0.6 WAR.
Yeah.
I got to turn on the game.
I guarantee you, he will pinch hit tonight.
Oh fuck. Probably.
Yeah, he probably
So-
will. After
he-
Duran goes 3 for 3, that's when he's going to pinch hit.
hmm
And then he's gonna make a big error at shortstop.
Yes. Yes.
No, he's gonna pin. He's gonna hold on, who's
Pinch hit in the
starting?
6th inning for Duran.
No, he's not
And
gonna pinch it for Duran. He's gonna pin. They're gonna have him pinch hit for David Hamilton in the 8th spot.
All right. Serious question here. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Are you a
This
bad
is-
man?
Am I a bad guy if I want Paxton to just drill Bo Bichette right between the shoulder blades?
Why?
A little bit.
Why
maybe?
little
Why
bit.
Boba Shit?
Why?
I like
I don't
Bichette.
know why.
Although
I
to be
don't
fair,
like Bo
I have a
Bichette.
little bit of a connection with the young Blue Jays Corp because when I got to see them all when they were in Dunedin in the minor leagues. I got to see
Okay.
Guerrero, Bichette, and Biggio all in Dunedin.
Right.
So
Right.
The only
I
Blue
I
Jay
have
I
no
don't
reason
like
to
is
not
playing
like
in a
Bo
beer
Bichette.
league
I
right
just
now.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Bo Bichette, right? I have no reason to not like him. I just don't. I can't explain it. I look at him and I'm like, I don't like him.
It just kind of looks like white trash.
I was gonna say he looks like the kind of face you want to punch. Like,
Trevor Lawrence.
yes.
Hey,
Trevor
whoa,
Lawrence.
whoa.
Whoa.
No,
Whoa,
Trevor
Don't
Lawrence
soil
slander
Trevor
here.
Lawrence now. No.
No Trevor Lawrence slander, okay?
Mr. Horseface himself.
No. The one face that everyone on planet Earth wants to punch in the face is Matthew Kafuk.
Yeah, God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
it's got to be a little bit. LeBron.
No.
I
LeBron
feel
doesn't
like
have,
there's
like,
a
a
lot more
punchable
people that would
face.
like to punch LeBron than
But he
Kachuk.
doesn't have a
'Cause
punchable
Kachuk
Well,
is
they
hockey.
would.
You have to go with amount of viewers per sport, and LeBron would definitely be higher than Kachuk.
But I wouldn't say he has a punchable face, though. That's just people who
He
don't
does.
like him.
No,
Right,
I think
people
I'd
don't
hurt
like
my
it.
I think I'd actually hurt my hand on his face.
yeah. yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh,
you hit
Jeff
his,
hand."
it's like his jaw would break your hand when
Dude,
you
have
punch
you
him.
ever seen his feet? Oh my
No.
god.
Yeah.
Have you seen pictures of his feet?
Oh god.
No,
He's got like one toe like way over here, like over the other one. And I'm sure Big Poppy had some shit like that going on too, because that's why he retired, because he said he couldn't handle it because of his feet. But dude has some jackhammered feet, man.
all right. So I gotta ask this.
Did somebody just post a picture? Oh, that was. Oh, we got to get him on. Somebody just.
I gotta ask. How do you know what LeBron's feet look like?
Dude,
Look online.
Look online.
You can do that?
Yeah,
You can do
just
that
look
with
up
anyone.
You
LeBron
can. There's
James.
these weird
Wow.
things called tapes. They came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
You just
I know
push some
those.
buttons on it, and
Just go to Feet
I did not
Finder.
know you could look feet. What? Feet Finder?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Are you
That's
fucking
a thing.
kidding me?
Yes.
Jesus
Yeah. Okay,
Christ.
I will read you the description.
I don't
internet
wanna
knows
fuck up
no
my
lows.
search history,
Feet
bro.
Finder is the easiest way for verified foot fetish users to buy feet pics and sell feet pictures
What
and
the
videos in a
shit?
safe and secure environment.
Oh my god, the internet knows no lows.
Dude,
Like it doesn't.
yeah, I
I-
feel.
Jeremy,
You must be 18 plus though.
Jeremy, you might be able
Yeah.
to find Dave O'Brien.
There you go.
Dude, Feet Finder's pin tweet is want to win $50. Retweet and follow Feet Finder on Instagram. We will be selecting 10
Jeremy,
winners
take a
throughout
look
the
at your
week.
phone. Where'd Jeremy go?
He's on his phone.
He's on his phone. That's why.
Oh,
because
he
he's
hung up
checking
by
on-
accident.
No, he's still here. He's just checking on his phone.
Jeremy,
Oh.
don't talk if you're done.
So, did you send
I'm kidding.
Taylor the invite? Because he's
No, I didn't.
sending text messages. So,
Oh, Sadon Raphael is playing shortstop tonight in Worcester.
Yeah, I saw.
I can't believe I just saw that. That wow.
Oh, he's playing
And now I'm
shortstop.
informed of
you,
feet.
Oh.
you can't
Feet
you
Finder?
can't unsee that, right?
No, but why do people want to look at that?
Because he would have had a lot more rings if not for the bungle feet.
Nesson just brought up an interesting stat.
His
against
toes don't know
fastballs-
which direction they're going in.
No,
His mind
plays-
says go left. His toes say go right.
he plays basketball with those.
I'm sure they tape his feet up. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
But
Nesson brought up a stat.
They hold the toe. It holds the toes into position, kind of like
What-
Kurt Schilling got the tendon held down.
All right, Jason.
not-
So what's the stat?
Not
What's the stat
exactly.
that-
against
that's-
it's baseball related. Shocker.
Back to baseball.
Against four-seam fastballs, the Blue Jays have like a 298 average, which is best in the majors. And James Paxton throws his four-seam fastball about 70 or 57% of the time.
Well, but
Okay.
yeah, but you can change that for one start though.
Yeah.
He can. He can.
Over under one
Will
knee
he?
injury for Paxton.
Oh, we get breaking news. Breaking news. Alex
news!
Cora has
Is
gone
fired?
clean shaven.
Oh, he was clean shaven last night.
Yeah, he was. Again,
No,
speaking
he's
of
like
faces
legit
I'd like to
clean
punch.
No, he was clean shaven last night. So I listened to the pregame, and Lou Merlone was talking about it.
Yeah, I remember seeing the press conference last night because I was getting pissed off at his mannerisms, and again wanted to punch his face.
He went on and on. To listen to him talk, he's not as hateable as much as I hate him. He seems like a decent person, but I still
Right.
do not like him as a manager. I think his
I don't
managerial
either.
skills are.
I would go out and have a beer with him.
I would too. I
Right.
just don't like him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like him
as a manager.
as a
kiss
human
my
being.
ass.
You know who has a very punchable face at times?
No. Who?
Brian Mallett. Ooh, too soon.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh
No, that's way too
Sorry,
Ew.
sorry. He can't
You
defend
are.
himself.
Jesus.
You're gonna make freaking Derek make.
You're gonna get us
have to edit.
canceled.
Oh
You
my
can delete
God.
that part, right?
You're gonna make me
Oh
have
my
to edit.
God.
I don't want to edit.
Oh my God.
Nobody will know
No
who I'm
one
talking
listens to this.
Well,
one
No,
listens
yeah,
to
nobody
this
knows.
anyways.
No.
Nobody knows who that is.
No one listens
Unless
to this
you-
anyways. We
now-
just don't tweet it out.
Right.
God, nobody can
Right.
take a fucking joke anymore.
Well, I just hope that
There's a
Will
difference
Will
between a
Middlebrooks
joke and
doesn't
someone
listen.
who just,
Died.
Right. If Will
Yeah,
Middlebrooks
we're
is
never
listening,
getting
Oh, you
Will
can't.
Middlebrooks
Why
on.
can't you say that four-letter word on social media? They unalive themselves. What? Why? When
Because
did
it
that
gets flagged, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can
Roger
we let's
Center's
just go
packed.
live
Holy
for the first
shit.
inning and see how this works out. And if we leave the tip in long enough, maybe we'll go to the second.
Oh my God. I
You
think
gotta
for all
calm
of us,
down. You gotta calm down.
No.
Hey, I had a really big glass of whiskey, so you should have
no
been prepared.
kidding.
Okay. Who? No. We got to actually talk about who has a really, really, really punchable face, and it probably
Who?
won't hold up either because it's
Just
already
say it
been
before
broken.
Jeff gets us canceled.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I would say Aaron Judge too. The teeth. That's
I
what
would
No,
think his
I
face
like-
is
when
I
he
like
smiles,
Judge.
I want to punch him.
Dude,
He doesn't have a
he's-
punchable face. Stan has a
No.
punchable face. There's a difference.
A-Rod has a punchable face.
Oh,
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference. Like Jeter doesn't have necessarily a punchable face. A-Rod does.
Kermit Cole. That's a
Oh,
punchable
yeah.
fucking face.
No, his voice is the most
Um,
annoying thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
No wonder why Trevor Bauer hates
Kermit
him.
Defer here.
I'm Patrick Mahomes. I like ketchup on my ice cream.
Oh, we're talking
Oh,
about Mahomes.
God.
Jackson Mahomes probably has the most punchable face in all of
He
society.
really has a restraining order.
I'm gonna bend over
I
this
can.
piggy
I
here.
gotta. I want to get a restraining order for him just so I don't have to ever have him within any distance at all from me.
Right.
And I've never been anywhere near him. And I want to
Thank
get a
God.
restraining order from him.
You're right. Thank God. Because if you were near him, I mean, God knows what would happen.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Oh
I
God,
don't even
Yosh-
want
I
to
don't
think
know
about
either.
that.
Yoshida's down to 294. Dear God.
He
He's
hasn't
gonna go on
played
a
in
hot
like
streak
a month.
though.
Yeah, he hasn't really played.
He's
much
gonna
or
go on a
anything.
hot streak. He's been a little streaky. It's his first year in the big leagues too.
Verdugo's up
streaky.
first, right? Or do you,
No, Duran.
oh,
Duran,
Yeah,
then
it's Duran,
Verdugo, then
Yeah,
Yoshida.
Duran, Verdugo, Yoshida, Devers,
Devers, Turner,
Casas,
Which is nice.
Arroyo, Hamilton, Wong.
I need a Wong Dong tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great. A Wong Dong. Jose.
Oh no.
Jose Barrios, Barrios, whatever. It's only my second beer.
We do have to talk about Jorge Alfaro getting DFA'd
Oh,
because yes, because I do need to make it clear he hit 165 with the Rockies. And
That's
that's the
not
guy that
good,
was supposed to be our Lord and Savior at first base when Casas was struggling, and he doesn't play first base at the same time. Like,
Yeah. How'd that work out?
he was getting reps at third base, wasn't he?
He was. I
it
think
Stats.
was one game. It was like one game.
Stats, I got a question for you. The prospect of the Bruins, the Red Sox let go in, I think the Rule 5. He's with the Phillies and he's injured.
Noah
Noah
Song.
What's the deal? What's
No.
the deal there?
Okay, here's the deal with Noah Song. I'll start from when he was when he was in college. He went to the Naval Academy, right, and played baseball there. Was there for 4 years. Because Dave Dombrowski is trying to be such a genius, which he's
Diamond
not when it
Dave.
comes to drafting. He takes Song in the 4th round. Song, in terms of talent, was higher than a 4th round guy. But remember, he's with the Naval Academy, and he also has his Navy requirement that he has to serve at least 2 years.
So we're talking way back when Dombrowski was still with the Red Sox, right?
Yes.
Okay, because he is with the Phillies right now, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I got confused there for a second.
Yes, exactly. So Dombrowski drafts him with the Red Sox. Song pitches the rest of that year after the draft in the minor leagues, looks well, pitched mid to high 90s with his fastball, right? He ends up, 2020 comes, COVID. 1, he can't play in the minor leagues because of COVID. 2, can't do his military service with the Navy.
Why?
I don't know. He just didn't do it that year. Maybe I don't know.
The
I
Navy
didn't
was
really-
Because he
closed.
was also trying. He was also trying to get an exemption
For somebody
too.
who served in the military, they don't take any days off.
He was He was also trying to get an
COVID be
exemption.
damned.
He was trying to get an exemption too from like I guess the
So
president.
he
I
must
think.
he must have been in the Guard Reserve. He was not active duty.
Yeah, not active duty. No.
Okay.
So then he then 2021 misses all 21 and 22 doing his Navy service, right? 2023, you think finally he'll be able to come back, right, and come into the big leagues. And Rule 5 draft comes around. Well, guess who picks him in the Rule 5 draft?
Dombrowski.
Dave Dombrowski
Diamond Dave.
with the Phillies. Here's the thing with the Rule 5 draft. The guy has to be on your big league roster. You cannot send him down. Here's the thing with Song. He was injured, which we don't really know if he was injured or not, but he was quote unquote injured. That's what I believe.
Abdominal soreness.
Yes, sir. Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
So then after he's quote unquote healthy, because he's been pitching in extended spring training forever, they send him on a rehab assignment, started a couple days, started in low A. He pitched an inning out of the pen, was low 90s. He did look pretty well, especially considering he hasn't pitched in a pro ball since 2019. But hasn't pitched in a game at all since 2019. Did look very good for considering that. The thing is, he only has 30 days to rehab. Then he has to be added to the big league roster. And he has to stay on the big league roster for at least 90 days. At least 90 days, and really for the whole season, essentially. So he has to stay on the big league roster for 90 days for the Phillies to keep him. If he doesn't stay on the big league roster, he comes back to the Red Sox.
But
the thing
is the
with
deadline?
Song is,
The deadline's coming up. What, July 15th? I thought I read.
no, the thing is he has 30 days to rehab. He has 30 days to rehab from a couple days ago when he started his rehab assignment. So he has 30 days to rehab. So we'll find out closer to the trade deadline what will happen with him. Then if the Phillies call him up, he has to be on the big league roster for 90 days. If that 90 days does not complete by the end of this year, it carries over to next year. So if he only reaches 75 days, he has to be on the big league roster for the first 15 days of next year. After those 90 days, they can then send him down to the minor leagues.
Yeah, because he won't get 90 days.
Well, but the Phillies don't get to keep him unless he does reach 90 days. That's the thing.
Right, he won't get 90 days this year.
It doesn't seem likely.
So if they DFA him, he'll automatically go to the Red Sox?
No, if they even just try and send him down, he automatically goes to the Red Sox.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like Stats just explained quantum physics to me.
So
And,
what happened essentially?
I understood it though.
So essentially,
You lost me at
Dombrowski.
Dave Dombrowski.
So essentially, Dombrowski drafted him with the Red Sox. He couldn't basically because of his naval service, COVID, and then the naval service thing or whatever. He hadn't pitched in any game since 2019, which was the year he was drafted. Right.
Right.
So he comes in 2023. The Red Sox expect him to be a part of it, a part of the thing. The Rule 5 draft came along this past offseason, and the Phillies took him.
Swing.
Dave Dombrowski took him kind of as a little bit of an FU to the Red Sox. Realistically.
Right. Okay.
It's because why would you go through all this with him because this guy has to be on your big league roster. He hasn't pitched in any games at all
He's
since
gonna
2019.
take up a spot. Right.
Exactly, right? And you only keep him if he takes up the spot. And it feels unfair to Noah Song because at the same time, if he was just with the Red Sox could send him to low A from the start of the year and move him to however when it's needed, right?
And it wasn't like this guy was like, you said he went in the 4th round, but it wasn't like he was a top pick.
He could have been. Some people thought he could have been even as high as a first rounder.
Right, but not like number 1 overall or
no, not number 1
top
overall.
5. Right.
No, but but the thing is, because he had the naval service question, he didn't go into the 4th round, and there are some people who wouldn't even have taken him in the 4th round. Dombrowski got him for really cheap though in the 4th round. That's why they took him too. So he got a really cheap signing bonus.
It could be that Diamond Dave had a hard on for him, and then now that Diamond Dave is not with the Red Sox, he's with the Phillies. He still has a hard on for him, so I'm going to take him to be a genius because you guys suck.
Here's the thing though: the minor league portion of the Rule 5 draft. He took 2 guys from the Red Sox that he also drafted.
Okay.
They took Cameron Cannon, who was the Red Sox top draft pick in 2019 as well, in the minor league portion of the Rule 5 draft. Yeah, he's just giving a big FU to the Red Sox because I don't like you, essentially.
How's that? It's the minor league Rule 5. That other
Right.
guy.
Minor league Rule 5. Yeah. So
what's the rule with that? Do they have like a special window until
No, you just got to be in like the minor leagues, essentially. That's how the Red Sox got Caleb Bort from the Yankees.
Damn.
They got him from the
That's a
Yankees.
terrible system.
But that's also the reason why we have Garrett Whitlock, and he went right to the
True. Yeah.
Well, Whitlock was the
Major
Rule
League,
5
Major
draft,
League,
though.
right?
Yeah.
And it worked.
Jonathan Arauz was in Rule 5 draft.
Yeah.
I mean,
that too.
Whitlock, it's still out, but he's had more positive than negative, I think.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
like the Rule 5, normally you're not going to find a ton of guys who become like big pieces out of the Rule 5 draft, but you can definitely find role players, and then you have the occasional hit, like a guy like a Whitlock.
Whitlock,
Right.
Romano was one.
Yep,
Yeah.
Jordan
Romano.
You have there are occasional hits in the Rule 5 draft, but like the Rule 5 draft, you can find some very solid like role players in the Rule 5 draft too.
Why is
But yeah,
Jaron Duran looking more and more every day like Beavis?
Like a tan Beavis.
He does, man. The hair and the mullet. Oh, it looks exactly like Beavis or Butthead.
Hey, Butthead.
Butthead. She said.
Now I need to see Duran as Cornholio.
Oh
God, we're old.
So the Red Sox, for the Phillies, they took Noah Song in the MLB Rule 5 draft. They took Cam Cannon as well, who was also in that 2019 draft class from Dombrowski. In the minor league Rule 5 draft is when they took him. They signed Jake Thompson as a free agent this past offseason as a minor league free agent. And he's in Double-A, a relief pitcher. He was the Red Sox 4th round draft pick in 2017 by Dombrowski. Let's see, where do these Red Sox ties keep on? Like, there's a ton of there's literally a ton of Red Sox guys throughout that.
I want to ask you, Derek.
System.
Does Nick York this offseason have to be put on the 40-man? Because he's Rule 5 eligible, correct?
Let me double check that real quick.
Because I'm pretty sure, because it's been like 3 years.
Nick York is where is it? No, he's not Rule 5 eligible until next offseason.
Okay.
So he doesn't need to be added this offseason. There isn't a ton of ads this offseason. It's really like Drohan is one that's like a clear add to the 40-man for the Red Sox. I'll kind of give you who are like the clear ads to the 40-man this offseason.
Okay.
The clear ads to the 40-man that aren't currently on the 40-man, you're looking at, if they want to keep Ryan Fitzgerald, they have to add him because he could be a minor league free agent this offseason. So that's not even like Rule 5. That's just it will be a minor league free agent. But then you look, Drohan needs to be added. Ryan Fernandez, they'll add because he just got called up to AAA. They'll add him. He was Rule 5 eligible last offseason, but they'll add him this offseason. They didn't add him last year because he had a couple injury concerns. I don't know if they'll add Matthew Lugo or not, but him being a question mark makes me think that they could consider him as a deadline mover, potentially. Guy who's Carlos Beltran's nephew, used to be a shortstop, could also play second and third, but he's been playing a lot of left field this year because of the infield logjam in Portland. He could get added, but I think there's a chance he becomes a trade possibility at the deadline, maybe, or this offseason, to a team that would add him to the 40-man. And if you get something back for him, I think that's probably a potential case as well. But the real only like guaranteed ads are Drohan and Ryan Fernandez, in my opinion. And Fernandez could even reach the big leagues this year. So like he might get added before this offseason. Same thing, I don't think Drohan will reach the big leagues this year, but those two guys will be added. After that, there's not like a ton of guys to really add because you've kind of added everyone that you like need to add, in my opinion. And like especially like there isn't really, in my opinion, anyone really left to add.
If York gets promoted to AAA, would he automatically be Rule 5 eligible next year?
No, it's based on when you're drafted or when you're signed.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what level you're at.
Wasn't Drohan in the same draft class as York?
Actually, so Drohan, let me see. Drohan, he was, but Drohan's also older, so it also has to do with
Oh,
age because Drohan was drafted out of college, so that also has to do with it.
right. Okay. That makes sense.
So
My eyes are glazed over now.
yeah. Yeah. So essentially, the rule. I think it's like for York, it's 4 years since he's drafted because he was drafted out of high school. For Drohan, it's 3 years after his draft because he was drafted out of college. I don't remember the exact rules for international free agents off the top of my head because I think it's a little bit different for them. That might be
If you
5
did
years
have
for
that
them.
memorized, I'd be like, dude, you need to go work for a fucking organization. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think I need some Dairy Queen.
Paxton
I might not
reached
deserve
98
it, but I
on the
need it.
radar gun. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, 98. Damn.
All right, you guys know me that I'm not a big fan of Carabas, but he went off last night about the Red Sox and not showing up for Bello.
Yeah,
And
I mean, you talked about it last night.
I came close to leaving some positive comments saying, you know what? Maybe the pretty boy's onto something. But yeah, no, I was truly shocked that
he was
surprised.
critical.
I'm surprised O'Brien backs him so much because Carabas is not a clean podcaster.
No, he's not.
He's not a PC podcaster. So I'm surprised that O'Brien, who's very vanilla and definitely walks the walk.
Jason's ahead of us.
Yeah.
Shit. God.
All right, hold on. It's coming.
Oh, here you go.
Oh.
There you go. Beavis. Hey, butthead.
There's the money shot.
There's the money shot.
I'll keep my ass. I'll keep my mouth shut.
That was nice. That was a good play.
As a straight man on June 30th of 2023, going into what I like to call our most patriotic month of the year, that was a sexy catch.
That was
the sexiest man in Boston.
I agree. 100%.
He's a good looking dude.
He is a good looking dude.
Yeah.
He is. Not jealous. He's a good looking dude.
Yeah. All right. I need some Dairy Queen. I need some diabetes medication.
Wow.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Staying around one more inning?
I think we should. Let's see what happens. So far, it hasn't been bad. So,
I can wait.
See what happens. All right. So now that we're done with the Rule 5 draft and that stuff, let's see. We've hit on trade deadline.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on the Bruins. I do want to
kind of touch on the Bruins. Yep.
But we really didn't go too deep. We didn't go too deep. I think they're playoff. I think they're playoff caliber team. Florida. Tampa Bay is going to take a step back. They're in cap hell. Pittsburgh and Washington are old. They're restructuring. Montreal's restructuring. We had this discussion on the night. Toronto is Toronto. We know we can get through them. The Islanders and Rangers, the Devils, man. The Devils scare me. They are a young, good fucking team, man.
All right, I found clarification on the international free agents for the Rule 5 draft.
Wow. I was on a roll too.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
I just gotta let it be known. I found clarification on it.
He found it. Should we dive into this? Let's take a vote. Should he dive into this?
It's 4 years for a player if they're 18 or younger when they sign. So essentially, high school draftees and international free agents if they're 19 or older when they sign. So essentially, college age kids or international guys who sign late for whatever reason. Then it's 3 years after they sign when they're Rule 5 eligible.
And now you know.
The
Yeah,
more
there
you
it is.
know.
And knowing
The
is
more you
half the
know.
battle.
Knowing is half the battle. Go, Joe!
Yeah, so like if you're drafted in 2020, like Marcelo Meyer's not technically Rule 5 eligible until 2025.
And he'll be
And then
before
that's like that's after the 25 season.
Yeah.
But he'll be in the big leagues before that, so it doesn't really matter.
He should be.
All right, back to hockey.
Back to hockey.
The Devils are fun and scary.
The Devils are dangerous. They're also from New Jersey, so they automatically suck.
I have an
Yes.
Ilya
Yeah.
Kovalchuk
If
Devils
you're from
jersey.
New Jersey, you might as well be from New York.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I might have to wear my Kovalchuk jersey at some point.
I mean,
That's
we
not bad.
sold that Bergeron is not coming back, and Krejci, and
He's coming back.
I mean,
I think
Bergeron's coming.
Krejci's probably done. I don't know
I
about
think Bergeron might be done. I mean, going on top, he got his seventh Selke, sixth Selke,
six
seventh.
Selke, but all
I mean,
six
nobody-
six salt.
The Selkie.
The blah blah blah.
Pathelki.
Blah blah blah.
Oh,
Okay, shut up.
shut up!
I can't believe that happened.
That's fine. I accidentally said it last night at the end.
He
of the
did.
He did.
like totally by accident.
And
I'm
the
like,
blah,
And
blah,
I
blah.
actually
this is
said
the
it
blah,
right.
blah, blah, blah.
I know.
The ball blab.
I said it right.
Jeez.
Jason Bushered it.
The blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Now the guy from like Hotel Transylvania. I don't say blah blah
Oh yeah.
blah.
Don't say blah blah blah. Oh my god. Turner, you're breaking my heart. Damn, that was a good catch. Why do I feel like that's going to be the only highlight of the night?
You know who the Red Sox need to make as their next manager if they decide to fire Cora?
Pete O'Brien.
Anyone want to take some guesses? I think I've mentioned this guy before.
Tony La Russa.
No.
Hi, the whiskey, Grandma.
Ozzie Guillen.
No.
Dustin Pedroia.
No.
Rock
Jason
Holt.
Varitek.
Think franchises Chaim Bloom has been a part of.
Oh,
Kevin
John
Cash.
Madden.
Joe Madden.
No.
Kevin Cash.
You're not going to get Cash.
Derek Jeter.
You know who I think you might be able to get, though?
David
Who?
Price.
Rodney Linares, the Rays bench coach, who also used to be
that
their
guy.
third base coach. He also, however, here's another thing. He's also from the Dominican Republic and was the Dominican Republic's manager in the World Baseball Classic.
So he would not start Kike at shortstop?
No, and he'd probably be a good fit for Devers and a guy like a Bayo too.
On behalf
And those
of,
two guys are your pillars in terms of your hitters and pitchers.
on behalf
Yeah.
of Mike Anthony Napoli, who couldn't be here tonight, I would prefer if you went with the old Texas Rangers coach, Mr. White Nose himself,
Ron
remember.
Washington.
Ron Washington.
I don't think you're good. I think he's happy with the Braves though in a
Yeah, he
third
is.
base coach
Yeah.
role. I don't see
How
him
can you
ever
not be?
kinda.
Braves are
Yeah.
going to be elite in that division for
Oh
a
God,
while.
yeah.
But
Yeah, they are.
I think but what I mean is like I think he's happy just kind of not being the manager. Just he gets to be the
Right.
third base coach and doesn't he can be like help the fielding and whatever, but he doesn't have to
Right.
be the manager. I think that's what he's happy with. But like a guy like Linares, he's only 45, so he's still pretty young. I know, of course, but Linares is young. He can relate to, especially the Red Sox have a lot of fun international players potentially coming up at some point. And Linares, he's very highly thought of in the Rays organization and in the Rays clubhouse.
My name's Wilford Brimley, and I've got diabetes.
The diabetes.
Diabetes. Dude, my 6th grade science teacher would always call diabetes.
The diabetes. Yep.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
You get diabetes.
You get called ambulance. Oh,
The
my God.
wambulance. The wambulance.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no, let's stop.
We're so far off the rails now.
We are. I mean,
We
that's
are.
what we
It's
are.
great.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
It is.
Change-
It's
We're
We do
changing
that
the
well.
name of the podcast to Off the Rails.
off the rails. What are you
Or how
barking at?
Mr. Taylor always puts it in the group chat, OTN instead of OTM. We're just like off the noggin now.
I mean, the people who actually have to live in Boston and have to deal with the MBTA, which is the T,
Yup.
they would really love Off the Rails. They would Google Off the Rails thinking they were, oh, what's the issues with the T tonight? Oh, how did I get a podcast?
Jeremy, you're muted.
He's moving.
Sorry, yeah, my dog was protecting me from the Amazon driver.
Oh my
across
God,
the street.
there's
Oh,
a Dairy Queen
Dave.
commercial on right now.
Jeremy, your dog Dave.
Yeah, my dog Dave. Yeah, Dave O'Brien. Dave O'Brien.
My cat's
Here,
name is
Dave.
Tuca. My cat's name is
He's
Tuca.
responding. Come here, Dave. That's a good Dave O'Brien. Who's a good Dave O'Brien?
Did you just take a
Yeah.
good DB? You just take a little good DB.
Get another dog and name him Kevin Millar.
Oh no. Okay, can we talk about the Red Sox booth though for half a second?
Sure.
What we need
Why
for the
not?
Red Sox booth, we need Mike Monaco and Lou Merloni to be the two main guys.
Not Lou
And then if
Merloni.
you want to occasionally bring in a third, I'm fine with Euclid being a third, but I would prefer Middlebrooks as a third.
As long as Core is there, it can't be Merloni. He tosses Core's salad more than friggin' an Applebee's.
But Merloni's better
Mike
than all the
Monaco.
other options
Mike
on the
Monaco's
podcast,
doing the
so.
game after the All Star
Get-
break.
don't watch
the
the game for a night and just listen to EI. I mean, you would have thought he was his grandson, his son. I don't know.
The
Kike
Monaco
Hernandez.
Merloni duo though was the best thing that happened in all of spring training.
It was good. I do remember hearing that.
Yeah,
It was good.
And then give me Will Middlebrooks on top of that. Like, yes, please.
yeah. Middlebrooks, I would like to.
Whatever happened to Brock Holt? I really thought he was gonna take a
I
step
don't think
towards
he's
the
doing the
broadcasting.
full time. I don't think he's doing a full time thing. He's probably gonna do like a part time.
He hasn't
Right.
done any yet, right?
Not yet, but I think he will eventually. Although it is
He's-
wacky. We have Papelbon doing the pre and post game show. That's wild.
That's that's
I would
wild.
love
I
to
guess
That
that's a good way
feels
to
so
put it.
wild.
Yeah, just as long as you don't friggin' bring Bill Burr back up into the friggin'
No.
Oh.
That wasn't awful.
That was
That was
perfect.
awful.
Because
Or, sorry, that was
no,
great.
It was
That was great. I didn't mean
because
awful.
So,
it was
old folks
10
say it's
innings.
awful.
No,
The
10
young
innings.
people say
No,
it was great.
I said it wasn't awful.
Oh,
Oh.
It's
Wasn't
10
awful.
innings. It was 10 innings of just wacky shit happening. And you know what? Even when the game was boring, I was still entertained. So you know what? I mean, I can't complain.
What about
Yeah,
Darnell
cousin, I
mean-
McDonald?
my cousin from Boston.
Bill Burr going on when he goes on a tangent about something random, it's like the best thing ever. Because it
What-
makes
what
no
I-
sense.
When he
Here's what I
starts
liked
talking,
about
his voice is like white noise. I zone out.
Here's what I liked about the broadcast. Okay, I kid you not. I am pretty sure there were so many executives that were so close to shitting their pants a couple of
Yes.
times. Like he made
Yes.
2 references to killing your wife. Like
He
Those guys-
literally sounded like the angry uncle at every friggin' Christmas party we've ever had.
yes. So if they bring him back to the booth, those executives better be wearing Depends.
They're only going to do it for like a 1 or 2 inning thing, though. They're not going to let him do 9 innings again. Although,
9. Come
Yeah,
on.
when he
That-
started
that
going
was
to
a
the
little
Apple
bit-
Watches, I actually respected him.
although to be fair, like if they give me like
To be
Bill Burr,
fair.
but they don't get Dave O'Brien out of there, I feel like Dave O'Brien makes it kind of weird.
Dave O'Brien makes a lot of things weird.
It's
feel
like,
like they
friggin'
won't-
it's like trying to bring a priest into a whorehouse.
No, but like if you did Burr with like a Monaco and then Euclid is fine, but like if you did Burr with like a Monaco and like Middlebrooks, like I think it could really work. Or even like
Oh my
Euclid, but
gosh.
Monaco, not Dave O'Brien. Get Dave O'Brien's old behind out.
I can't stop. Oh my
Jeremy,
god.
you're making me laugh.
Oh, James Paxton, originally drafted by the Blue Jays. Well, guess what? The Blue Jays suck.
That did work
So,
out. Yeah.
Jeremy,
First Canadian-born player to throw a no-hitter in Canada.
Yeah, and
Jeremy,
then zoom in
okay?
on his maple leaf
I'm good.
tattoo that like you do every 2 innings.
Yep.
That's why he's nicknamed the Maple Leaf.
Yeah, the big
big
maple.
the big maple.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The maple leaf. The maple leaf. Oh, that's like Dick Mountain being like called like Dick Hill. Like it's
No.
just a hill, like not even a mountain. I know his last name's Hill, but like
Or
All right,
like
you guys
penis
got
mountain.
5 hours until it's July 1st. Get it out of your system.
Oh, you know what tomorrow
No.
is? Tomorrow is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
I
No,
was going to
July-
say this.
July 4th is hot dog day.
But back to James
It's
Paxton.
my birthday
If his,
too.
I think we all can agree to this. If his nickname was actually the Maple, he wouldn't win in the playoffs, and we know that. Oh my
He
god.
wouldn't.
Is
he
it
would
me
never
or
win
does
anything.
Alejandro Kirk look like a Smurf when he runs?
No, Smurfs aren't fat. There's a difference.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm fat. I can make fat jokes about fat people. I'm fatter. I'm probably fatter than he is, so I can make jokes.
So I can make fun of
I'm not on a
Canadians.
live, but I can make on a live jokes. We'll actually see about that in about 24 hours. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
no.
I'm pretty sure we'll be okay.
If his Twitter account, if Mr. Brown's Twitter account gets banned, we know what it's for.
Huh?
I'm joking.
Huh?
Everybody, go to
Jeremy's
the
face. Jeremy was
lobby.
genuinely confused. He's like, what?
What? Wait, what? Mr. Taylor get canceled on Twitter?
No, I said Mr. Brown.
No,
Me.
Mr.
No,
Brown.
Mr. Brown. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's the second beer.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. I need some Dairy Queen.
he needs Dairy Queen.
I need some
Yeah.
freaking Taco Bell.
What
All
are you
right.
getting at what are you getting at Dairy Queen?
I'm probably gonna go with the Snickers.
There you go.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
I told you that, right?
That sucks.
That was my nickname in the military.
Snickers?
Yeah. Because my accent, obviously, when I left and went into the military, I was still living in Boston. I hadn't moved anywhere. So the accent was like, yeah, Snicker bars and all
Yeah.
that. So I get down there, and my sister, I can't remember how many weeks, but we actually got mail for some reason.
Yeah.
And my sister thought it'd be cool to send me a 6-pack of like regular size Snicker bars. And she goes, and he's like, Brown, the drill instructor. We're all sitting in a room getting mail. And if you've ever seen it like on Hollywood, that's exactly how it is. It's
Yeah.
just basically a one-person comedy show. They pick out the mail and they make fun of everything there is about the mail they're about to give you. So he opens it up. He's like, Snicker bars. You think you can eat Snicker bars down here? All right, Airman Snickers, get up here and get your fucking Snicker bars. And for the rest of the time, I was Airman Snickers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. Stats, what are you getting at Taco Bell?
I don't know. No, I probably am not getting Taco Bell. I want Taco Bell though.
Oh, okay.
If you want it, get it.
This
Life is
freaking
too
Ken
short.
Rosen-
I gotta save my money for when I go to school.
This Ken Rosenthal
Taco
freaking
Bell's not going to set
fake
you
guy.
back.
Ugh.
Sorry, Jason. What were you saying?
I said this fake Ken Rosenthal account on Twitter. I
That's
saw
all there are is
breaking. I'm like,
fake-
fuck off.
Fake profiles now. Fake
Yeah.
Elon Musk. Fake
You have to go
We
into
need
the,
Dave O'Brien fake account.
See, you know what you do? You literally see. Here's what you do.
The Don
the
Sweeney
actual
fake
real
profile
Ken
got
Rosen-
deleted or suspended.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yep.
why.
Well,
No.
he was Jeremy. You follow that Lauren one, right?
Yes.
The blonde. He
Yeah.
called her like a twisted C word.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, she is like a garden utensil. I mean, no, I mean, just
Really?
yeah, I mean, she sells herself like that. One of those people. It's like,
Christ.
oh my God, my life is
Oh,
so
God.
horrible. Look how blonde
That's
and
the-
beautiful I am.
See, kids, this is why you don't drink alcohol.
Right.
What? Am I saying anything that's wrong, Jeremy?
2 years
No.
away, man.
No,
You're not getting
I'm just-
canceled yet.
We're walking a very thin line though.
A little bit, but we do that.
I'm defending the garden utensil.
No.
Derek,
No.
send this freaking recording to me. I'll edit it for you.
Oh no, this thing's
know you're
going up
busy.
nice. This thing's going up raw dog.
I want an OnlyFans account.
No,
You
I
have
think
the Monster
you sure? You want
OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans or Feet Finder? OnlyFans or Feet Finder? I'm not joking.
I'm
That's an
still
actual
scarred.
thing.
I'm still scarred by Feet Finder. Like
No,
blows my mind.
that'll
look
be
at
it.
Shit.
The Fenway
Look it up.
the triple F, the friendly Fenway foot finder. Ooh, that's 4 Fs. Parody.
Yo, we're
So long
gonna
flat out.
we're gonna make a new podcast, the Friendly Fenway Feet Finders.
That just sounds like too much like work.
That does.
Oh,
Oh my god. Holy shit. Did that just happen?
You were asking what funny moments we're gonna have.
All of them.
Found it.
What-
Another F word.
Which funny moment is the funniest? All of them.
yeah.
All of them.
No.
All of them.
What funny moment's the best? Yes.
Yes.
So, Jason,
Yes.
you're watching I don't know if you got the volume up. Somebody posted on Twitter that Dave O'Brien made a bad call like about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm already in the ninth.
That's a-
inning,
that's a
but
normal
that's how
occurrence.
far ahead of me.
You're in the-
We're probably
you're in the
already in the
ninth.
ninth inning. Wait, Marcelo Mayer isn't batting for you? Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit. How's
Damn.
Doc Brown doing?
How's Bayo pitching?
Pretty good.
He just retired.
He just can't get run support.
I heard they just signed Bayo to like a 15-year extension.
Hey.
Can I say
What
this about
account was
Bayo
the
though?
Dave O'Brien thing?
They do need to get Bayo extended though, like ASAP.
I would
They
agree.
need to pay for his arbitration years.
Yeah.
Even some of his free agent years too.
Yeah. They better be
You-
talking to him.
All right. Do you trade or do you keep Verdugo?
You extend him.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
He's been their best player by far this
But
year.
I'm saying if your vision is to go with
Unless your name is Alex Cora.
Oh dear God.
He's been the best player.
Oh dear God. From this account, Raffy Red Sox fired Dave O'Brien, Nesson. Totally disgraceful to the Red Sox and professional baseball that he's still a voice of the Red Sox. I'll be
Dude, I-
watching the Sox on the Blue Jays network, not listening to that clown. Wow.
Dude, I'd rather listen to Jack Edwards call a Red Sox game. I'm not gonna lie. At least there'd be some outrageous moment that would be
actually
going viral.
I think we've talked about this before. I would love for them to switch booths one
No.
night.
I would never be able to watch
Oh.
hockey again if Dave O'Brien did a hockey podcast that I watched.
Oh, what
Oh,
the
I mean,
hell?
God,
I
that'd be
just listened to the
gut-wrenching.
play. The play he's talking about. He goes, Duran's back at the wall, and he makes the play.
Oh my god.
Yo,
You
Oh
want to
my
listen
God.
to it? I don't know. Am I allowed to?
I don't know if we can play it.
Stats. If Dave O'Brien did hockey, you'd need one of those like dolls where it's like, tell us where the bad man hurts you.
All right, hold on a sec. Oh, that's wild. That's so wild. That's
I'm getting
right.
hungry.
all right. No,
Should go get some Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I gotta get Chinese food later.
there's no Dairy Queen near me. Like the closest one's like half an hour away.
There's one a mile
You
and a half
poor
away.
soul. I know. Yeah, I got one about a mile
It's
away, too.
payday. Ain't
You
got
have
no
Dunkin'
job. Ain't got no time.
You have Dunkin' Donuts. Like
I'm the whitest man
There's
alive.
literally a road. Imagine a road. There's a Dunkin' here and a Dunkin' here.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's actually Boston.
Right. Do
Yeah.
you live close to the area where there's a Dunkin' Donuts next to a Dunkin' Donuts?
Multiple.
I think it's Medford. There's
No.
literally a Dunkin' Donuts right next to
I
a
won't say
Dunkin'
exactly
Donuts.
where I live, but I don't live in that.
Right. Okay.
You
Yeah,
go
I
route,
thought it was.
You go Route 2, Route 3, Route 1, you'll always find a Dunkin' because they're busy roads.
Yeah.
You'll always find a Dunkin' Donuts right across the
Yeah.
street from the Dunkin'
I'll
Donuts.
tell you where I'll tell you
take a
exactly
piss
where I
outside,
live.
You're hitting a Dunkin' Donuts.
I live in bumfuck Florida.
It is June. Tell us more.
Yes. How's the
That's
meth?
what I call it.
Tell us
That's
where
what I
the
call
bad
it.
people hurt you.
You live in the land of meth.
That's true.
And
Dude,
abdominal
my
syndrome.
mom's boyfriend, where he lives, his neighbors literally had like a drug house. It was literally a
Well,
drug
yeah.
house, and they had kids that literally they neglected their kids, and they got their kids taken away from them.
Well,
That's
And they were
sad.
running a drug house, and it's
Can
like,
we
what the
end on something happier than that, please?
yes, we will.
Yes, please.
We
Oh my
cannot end
God,
on that.
please. No.
We cannot end on that.
Meth and Red Sox.
We
kids,
called them the
don't follow
druggies.
and don't do either of them.
You what do you call them?
We called them the druggies.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Yeah, real creative there. Oh
You
man.
should.
Oh, my
You should tell the druggies to give people abdominal soreness.
What do you call the people at Dunkin' Donuts? The coffeeators?
We have two guys with the last name Coffee in our system. We have Isaac Coffee, and we have Cutter Coffee.
Wait,
Cutter
there's
Coffee?
another guy named Cutter?
Cutter
But it starts with
Crawford.
his name is Cutter with a C.
Oh,
Cutter
okay.
You
Crawford.
want to know a funny
Cutter
bit?
Cutter Crawford is with a K. Cutter Coffee is with a C.
Wow. Man,
Oh, so it's the
Hamilton.
actual Cutter. Okay.
Hamilton is a functional shortstop, and it's great
Yeah.
to see.
You know
Arm's
who's
a little
the best?
fringy for shortstop.
You know who's the
but
best minor
yeah.
league player of all time?
Franchi
Rusty
Cordero.
Shackelford.
Pee Wee Butts.
Oh yeah, Pee Wee Butts.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
good.
I saw something on Twitter today, and I'm not sure if it's true. I'd have to look it up. That Otani tied a record from some guy in the 1880s with
That's probably
Probably.
the other day with as much as he pitched and struck out in the home runs and hits he had.
And they still
Dude,
lost.
his month of June has been the most outrageous thing I've ever seen for
It has.
Otani. His month of June has been
Yeah.
wild. He had a game. He had
for
a game where
hitting
he had
and
went,
pitching.
yes, and he had the game. He went like 6 innings or something, struck out like 10 guys, and he hit 2 homers.
Right.
Is he going to
And
be
the
the
Angels
first
won.
billion-dollar man?
In
Possible.
terms of
Maybe.
no, he's not gonna get a billion. He'll get a lot. I think you're looking 600 million, if not more. But I don't think he'll reach a billion.
Oh shit.
Well, I saw
Sounds
that
like a
years
good time
ago.
to go get some Dairy Queen.
Well,
You know
I
who's
mean,
a
I
good
definitely
Major
don't
League
want it.
player? Everett
And,
Nutter, aka Everett Nutter, aka Dizzy Nutter.
These nuts.
Dizzy,
He's nuts.
Dizzy, Dizzy Nutter.
Everett Nutter.
Dizzy Nutter.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yo, there's some wild finds though on.
Oh god, yeah.
There
Wonderful.
are 63 minor league players named Hall. There's a guy named
All right, this is a great
Swan.
time for me to head out because you guys are going to go down a deep, dark
You guys are.
chasm
Yes. I
that
think
you'll
we gotta
never
go.
return from. So,
Right.
peace.
We already made a video on that, so I'm done.
Off the monster. Keep it real.
Yo, I do have to bring up though. There's the one left fielder at one point in time. Bats and throws unknown. You know what his name is on Baseball Reference?
Dazzler.
His name is Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
That's it. Just orange.
Anybody with
Yes,
a nickname
Prince.
who's a pitcher with
Just
the nickname
Orange.
Dizzy has got my vote.
Right.
Dizzy
Right.
Nutter.
Orange.
Now this
Dizzy
guy's name is
Dean.
just Orange.
All
Just
right.
Orange. Literally
Well,
good, orange.
Sun's going down, big fella.
All right, we're wrapping this
End it
thing
here.
up.
See ya.
Jason, thanks for joining us again. Check out his podcast,
Yes.
the Ball Blab Pod, aka the Blah Blah Blah. Mr. Brown, Jeremy,
Just end it.
keeping the crew together, obviously. Mr. Taylor might join us at some point. He's got stuff to do, but we'll try and sneak him on here at some point sometime. My name is Derek. Thanks for tuning in Off the Monster. Follow all of us on Twitter, please.
Or not.
We're
I
not.
might
Maybe
be
you don't like
suspended.
us. That's fine. But yes, thanks for tuning in Off the Monster, and we'll see you next time.
Kike Hernandez has a -0.6 WAR.